I received some writing advice this weekend that I have to share with you guys. So, welcome back to my channel and let's get into it. Some of you know I've been working on a romantic comedy. I've been querying, but I've recently not had much luck with the agent stuff, so I'm considering self-publishing. I just recently started talking about it, and I feel like because I've been putting myself out there more, other author friends have been reaching out to me and talking to me and encouraging me, which has been so lovely. I've had a variety of things the last few weeks, constructive and non-constructive, but the constructive ones have been amazing. And there was one particular person that I spoke to that changed my view on if I self-publish this book, how I'm gonna go into it. I'm doing like a dental hygienist romance. And I've been considering marketing it that way because I feel like it's unique and fun and something different. But then I had a friend reach out to me and she suggested that I do not even mention you know, in my main pitch to people, in my main marketing strategies, dental hygienist rom-com. And at first I was like, wait, this is my unique idea, like I want people to read it and know that it's about a dentist and a dental hygienist. Like that's what I think is special about it. That's not the selling point because it is something that not a lot of people are familiar with in books. So she told me to kind of think of it like a cookie. And this is like such a good analogy. At first I was like, where is this going? But she told me to think of it like a cookie and to pick ingredients that most people are familiar with. Doesn't mean that you can't have some special ingredients in there. But if you have a cookie and not a lot of people know what star anise is, you're not going to call it a star anise cookie. You're probably going to, tell people there's cinnamon in it and chocolate chips and things that they're familiar with. But then when they bite into the cookie and they discover there's something a little different, they're going to be like, wait, what is that? And then you can finally tell them, yeah, it's the star anise. It just clicked in my brain, you guys. I don't know why this cookie analogy worked so well, but I realized that it probably would be best for me to go into this using things that people are most familiar with and things that they love. Cozy small town romance, like people like cozy small towns, people like the mountains, they like cabins, they like uh they like found family, like using tropes that people are familiar with and not just diving in with the dentist thing because it really was kind of making me struggle. So I think the way that I'm going to promote it is like very lightly sprinkling in information about, the dental hygienist thing. I think I'm going to lean more on the edge of talking about it being a workplace romance, a STEM-esque romance, because I learned that the dental field isn't included in the STEM world, but a lot of classes that you take to get into dental school, to get into dental hygiene school, are STEM classes. So it's like a STEM adjacent field. It's dentist is still considered healthcare. The mouth is connected to the body. So I think it's like STEM-esque. It's not perfectly STEM, but a lot of the science involved in it is STEM. And so I think I could say maybe STEM adjacent workplace romances with that STEM vibe. I think I could maybe instead say things like, small town, cozy mountain town romance, things like that. Talk about the forced proximity, the boss and employee kind of relationship thing going on. There's age gap, a little small age gap in my book. Like I'm gonna do things that are more familiar, the chocolate chips and the cinnamon, things that people are like, oh yeah, I like that. And then I'm going to start talking about how she's a dental hygienist that's applying to dental school and she decides she doesn't want to do that anymore. So I think the synopsis will definitely include the dental hygienist aspect, but I don't feel like when I do my one-liners, I'm not going to immediately be like, it's a dentist rom-com. You feel me? So I feel like the way that I go about it is definitely changed. I think I learned from this criticism that I really need to highlight the things about it that people love, because people will repeat what they read. Like they have certain things that they like to read. But if they've never read a dentist rom-com before, there's going to be no familiarity with that. And so I don't think it's my top selling point. I think the fact that this is a contemporary romantic comedy that's similar to Emily Henry and similar to Ali Hazelwood's books, but closed door, is enough of a selling point, So I feel like I have to go lean towards things that people actually know more of and are already in love with. So I'm changing up my strategy a little bit, doing things a little bit differently. Uh, because yeah, I was panicking there for a little bit. I was like, how am I going to market this? If I do self-publish this book, how in the world am I going to market to people a dental hygienist dentist rom-com, and she just reassured me that, look, you don't have to market it that way. Yes, it's part of the story, but all I've got to do is get people to crack open the book, and I think they will fall in love with whatever career I put in there, whether it was doctor, dentist, nurse, whatever it is. I think they will read it as long as the writing is good and I appeal to them in some form to get them to open the book. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because this really opened my mind, and to not panic so much about, how I'm going to market this book, because I really think there is so much in this story that people will love and that they already are kind of familiar with and already have a love for, that will be very easy for me to get them to hopefully open it. So I'm learning, I'm trying to adapt, I'm trying to change, and I really hope that I can take all the criticism that I've gotten over the past few weeks and actually use it for my benefit.